Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our monthly cruise Zoom for April of 2023. I see people are still coming in. I am recording this, so people will be able to watch this later at their leisure. But I did want to welcome everyone and say hello. It's great to see you all. I would prefer everyone stay on mute during the first portion here. If you have questions that you want to ask, like once I get through everything, if there's anything left, we'll do a little Q&A at the end. But the first thing I wanted to do with the cruise Zoom is start with ways that people can save money on their cruise. I have 4 tips to help you save money on a cruise. Okay, so the first one is book early. The current state of the cruise industry is bookings are very robust right now, and so depending on the cruise line and the destination and the time of year, the cruises are very expensive or the ships are very sold out or both. When I was at the Norwegian Viva Entertainment announcement, all the other travel agents who were there could talk about was how this is the busiest that they have been in all the time they could remember. And there was an initial busyness after the pandemic was winding down, and they thought it would calm down, but it has been busier than ever. So, and that's all people who just book cruises. So I'm just telling you that the best pricing is going to be the earliest pricing. And as we get closer to sailing, there may not be better prices available. So, or space available, which I will talk about for our 2023 cruises in a moment. So my number one piece of advice, if you want to go on a cruise, book early. If you want me to not yell at you, be on mute. Okay. The second thing is check your credit cards. Many people get airline miles to their credit card. American Express has points that you can get, extra points, bonus points you can get, especially if you spend money on Norwegian. Frequently, they have them in the last week of December, but they sometimes have them at different times of the year. So if you don't normally look at your credit card offers, but you do cruise regularly, definitely check your credit card offers to see if there are specifically free airline tickets you can get or bonus points you can get for booking on the cruise lines that we sail on. And, if you get into a situation where you see you have an Amex offer and you want to make a payment, just contact me at any point and I can help you take care of that. The other thing you can do is set up monthly payments for the cruises. So you are not getting a giant sticker shock when the final payment is due at the end. So that's a great way to sort of pay along the way, especially if you're very far out, and then you're not stressed at the end. And then finally, future voyage credits. I know some people, they are not nearly as budget conscious as others, but there's no reason to leave free money on the table. If you cruise with us regularly or you regularly, there's no reason not to buy Cruise Next on ship or get future voyage credit on Virgin. And right now, Norwegian has their Cruise First program, which you can buy a Cruise First discount deposit before you sail. The Cruise First is different than Cruise Next. It's not combinable with Cruise Next. You have to use it within 3 years, not 2 years, or not 4 years. And I don't recommend buying more than one at a time. I cannot emphasize this enough. Do not buy more than one Cruise First. They are not combinable with other Cruise First. You can't combine it with Cruise Next. There are a lot more restrictions with it. But like we're just going to announce a Norwegian cruise for November of 2024. If you are in a studio or an inside cabin, I would definitely recommend a Cruise First for you. Only one, because right now through April 20th, you can put $250 down and get a $500 deposit. So if you are out of Cruise Next, or you're going to be in a studio or inside, I would get the 250 cruise first. You can get 500 as your deposit on our November 2024 sailing. But remember, how many do we buy? And they expire after 3 years. You can only use them on sailings that are 6 days or longer. So you can't use it on our Bear Soup cruise. You can only apply a cruise first to a new cruise more than 120 days out. So you can't buy a cruise first now and apply it to your Better Off Med cruise that is already booked, or for Hot Mex that is already booked. So please read the terms and conditions. They are non-refundable. I cannot help you if you make a mistake. So please only buy it if you want to do it for our November 2024 sailing, or you're not yet booked on Hot Mex and want to use it for that. Okay, and only buy one. But the 250 gets you 500 offer is a great deal. It's normally 150 gets you 300. So it's an especially good deal for inside or studio, where you can normally only put one cruise next anyway. So you bang for your buck that way. Okay, let's get into our current cruises for 2023. We have our Alaska cruise sailing out of Vancouver, and our Better Off Med cruise sailing out of Rome in October. In both cases, please do not tell your friends, oh, I'm going on this cruise, come with me. I have no space available on either cruise. I am sold out of all of our discount space on Europe. I have nothing to offer people. A balcony cabin on the Europe cruise right now is $7,000 for a standard balcony cabin. So when your friends are like, oh, my friend is going on this cruise, I want to go with them. I can't book somebody in a balcony cabin for $7,000. So I'm sorry, I don't have more space. I'm sorry to your friends. I can't move people around to get close to each other on either of these sailings. Both ships are very sold out. I just don't have space available. For those of you who are booked, I'm very excited that you're going with us. Again, my message for people who wanted to go and now can't, book early, because that's where you get the best prices. And I have more flexibility with space. For Seattle, if you're going to be in Seattle beforehand, I just had a call with Mike from the Gayish podcast. We're going to do a live show at Hula Hula in Seattle on Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock with Mike and Kyle from Gayish. We're bringing giveaway stuff. There's going to be karaoke afterward with Romaine. It's going to be a really fun afternoon. So even if you're not going on the cruise with us, but you're in the Seattle area, or you want to come up for the weekend since Pride weekend, please think about coming and joining us on Friday at Hula Hula's. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then there are train and bus and plane options for getting to Vancouver immediately afterward. I have the information on DNR Travel on the Alaska cruise page. So whenever there are updates on any of our upcoming cruises, whether it's group excursions or the link for WhatsApp, group chats, or for anything else, I try to update the original cruise page that you went to on dnrtravel.com. So the first place to look for any new information, for links for host hotels, for all that kind of stuff, is on DNR Travel under that individual cruise page. All right. We do have recommended shore excursions for Alaska. You can book through Celebrity. You can also book through Venture Ashore. Everyone who is on the Alaska cruise, I've already set you up on Venture Ashore. So you can look at those excursions. In the WhatsApp chat, many people are talking about what they're doing for excursions. So you can definitely use WhatsApp to help make some decisions about what excursions you might want to do on Celebrity. I know many people are doing dining. Specialty dining is not included in our group promotion on Celebrity. It's drinks, tips, and Wi-Fi. You may not see it reflected on your receipt, but it is in there. Every single person in our group has drinks, tips, and Wi-Fi included. Their specialty dining thing is a little bit different than the way that Norwegian does it. And I know people have questions about it. So if people have sailed on Celebrity before and they are already familiar with the specialty dining portion of it, feel free to make yourself known in our WhatsApp chat so you can help guide other people in the recommendations here. With Celebrity, we do have a regular group time in main dining at 6 every day. So what we usually do is a group dinner on the first and last night, and then you can do whatever dining you want on other nights. But if you do want to do, if you don't have other plans, you do have a set dining time where there will be other people from the Alaska group who will be dining there on Celebrity. Okay. Then for Europe, we also have the recommended shore excursions that are up on the Better Off Med page on dnrtravel.com. The Venture Ashore website has been giving me trouble, and there's almost 200 of you who are going on Europe. So it's going to take me a few more days to get through people to be added to Venture Ashore, but we're pretty far out in terms of shore excursions. But we do have the WhatsApp group that is up now if you want to start those conversations. I also think if you are interested in flight deals and that kind of thing for Europe, the WhatsApp chat is a good place to talk about that. I know different people are coming from different places, but if you've seen particular deals from certain airlines going to and from Europe, that's a good place to mention that in the WhatsApp chat. Okay, so we will have more information about our other onboard activities as we get closer to sailing on both of these ships. Look for emails from me about that. If you have new addresses to send cruise packets since the last time you sailed, email me and let me know and make sure that your address is updated. You can also update your address through the cruise information form on dnrtravel.com. Just click the update my address thing if you're not sure that I have your current address. Okay, let's talk about 2024 because we have a psychotic amount of activities going on in 2024. We have 4 cruises plus Dollywood in 2024, so there's no excuse not to join us out and about in the new year. So first thing, we have our Bearsuit Cruise. This is another non-DNR group that is sailing. Robin Audio, who sailed with us, recommended us to put this together. Our discount group space there is sold out. If you want to be in a suite, it is a 4-day sailing out of Tampa on the Jade. It's over Martin Luther King weekend, so it will be a holiday weekend, so you won't have to take a lot of time off of work. So if you're in Florida and you want to go, that could be a great option. Although without our discount space, the prices are quite high because Norwegian is just jacking up the pricing as you get closer and closer to sailing. So if you're going to be in a suite, the price is not terrible and you're in a suite anyway. But for standard cabins, it's pretty sold out already. We have Hot Mex in February of 2024. I do still have some discount group space there. If you want to join us out of Los Angeles, we're going to have a great time on that trip. We are not planning a Disneyland trip as part of that, but if you do want to go to Disneyland instead of do our rollaway party on Saturday in Long Beach, I can book you for Disneyland before or after the cruise if you want to do that, but we do not have a planned Disneyland trip. But that doesn't mean you can't go if you want to go. Okay. We are a ways away for a host hotel and other stuff there, but we are working on that. So we should have some stuff available for Hot Mex in the next couple of weeks for you guys to book if that's something you want to do. Last month, we announced our Virgins and Saints return on Virgin Voyages on April of 2024. That is an 8-day sailing out of Miami. And it is a fantastic trip. The Valiant Lady is a great ship. You can see I'm wearing my Virgin hat. More than half the people who sailed with us on the Virgin trip last month booked a future voyage credit, meaning they are planning to sail again. I think that tells you that people really enjoyed themselves and the experience on Virgin. It is very unique, very gay, even for people who have sailed before. It is a new cruise experience. Everybody I talk to who has sailed on Virgin really loves the experience, especially LGBTQ people and allies. It really feels like a gay bar full of straight people on board the ship. That is really the vibe. And the staff is happy to be there. It really makes a difference in terms of the quality of the experience when Your room steward is happy. Everybody you're interacting with on board the ship is happy. The passengers are really friendly and want to engage. So even if you go outside of Derek and Romaine, and you can book your own Virgin trip through our Let's Go Book link on dnrtravel.com, it will feel like a gay group cruise, even though there is not a gay group on board. So strong recommend for Virgin for those who haven't tried it. If you like a gay cruise experience, I think you will really like the Virgin experience. I think the food is great, lots of fun, quirky activities. So I think you'll like that. We do have space available on our Virgin trip. Our discount group space is sold out. Those of you who got incredible deals on an XLC Terrace, congratulations. You're the only ones. The price is back up to normal pricing. And so we can still book you for Virgin if you want, because it is better to book now than later. We have not seen, even within 90 days of sailing, the price go down significantly. So now, if you want to go on Virgin, now is the time to book. The one thing I will say about their cancellation policy, it's different than Norwegian. If you cancel more than 120 days out, your deposit becomes a future voyage credit. It's not returned back to you. Although if you make other payments, that is returned back to your card. If you cancel, though, within 45 days and 120 days, your full payment becomes a future voyage credit that you can use within a year of the original sail date. So that is a better cancellation policy than Norwegian has if you need to cancel closer to sailing. But you do need to keep in mind that your deposit is not cash refundable more than 120 days out on a Virgin. Okay, we have Dollywood. We are going back in September of 2024. We're very excited about being there. They have a brand new super coaster that they've added. They have expanded the Dolly Parton Museum there. We're very excited to get back. If you haven't been to Dollywood before, it really is a lot of fun. If you love roller coasters, it is a great roller coaster park because the roller coasters are up a hill. And a lot of people are like, oh, that hill, I'm not climbing up there. Great. There are almost no lines for all the roller coasters. You can ride every coaster in that park twice in an afternoon. Strong recommend on Dollywood. Plus, you get to hang out with our group, and the food is excellent at Dollywood. It was voted best theme park food in the US, and I couldn't agree more. Delicious. So if you want to come and eat and ride roller coasters and hang out with us, Dollywood, September of 2024. The information is on the web at greatsmokyweekend.com. And then finally, I know everyone wants to hear about our plans for our fall 2024 cruise. This is, I promise, the last cruise we're going to do in 2024, because as you can see, it's already a lot. So we are doing our Triangle of Happiness cruise. I know we've been hearing a lot about Romaine's Triangle of Sadness, but we are turning that triangle upside down into a Triangle of Happiness. We are going back to Bermuda out of New York on November 3rd through the 10th. If you have not been to Bermuda before, it is the most popular destination that we have done on the cruises. Everybody who goes loves Bermuda. It is an incredible place to go. We're in port for 3 days, so you get to actually enjoy the local nightlife, have dinner off the ship in the evening, and not have to worry about getting back. It is a really relaxing trip because you're not stressed out while you're at excursions, racing to get back to the ship and needing to look at the clock. And Bermuda has a terrific mix of gorgeous beaches, snorkeling, for shipwrecks and that kind of thing, because it used to be basically a pirate cove. They have beautiful old forts, an incredible art scene there, mansion tours. It really has something for everyone. You can rent a bike and just ride around. It's a beautiful place to go. And then, of course, we have our onboard group activities for the at sea days on our way there and back. So this is really a perfect DNR cruise because you get lots of time on board to hang out with us and the other cruisers, and then you have an incredible port that really has something for everyone. We have great pricing here as well. Since we set our group aside, Norwegian has already raised the prices on this sailing. So our 15% off is actually now closer to a 20% off of Norwegian's prices. So we have discount space and ocean view balcony and club balcony spaces. Our balcony cabins, including taxes and all 4 promo items, is $27.23. That's with 2 people in the cabin. And then the club balcony cabins, which is the category I recommend, is $3,068. And that again includes all 4 promo items and taxes. So these are great prices here. It's already significantly lower than what Norwegian is currently selling these cabins for. I think a balcony cabin right now on Norwegian's website is going for $3,300 or $3,400. So you can get into a club balcony cabin for less than you can get a standard balcony cabin now through ncl.com. But that also means when my discount space sells out, it's gone. I don't have more space. I will not be able to book you at our discount pricing. So if you want to go, book while I have space available for the Triangle of Happiness. Okay, now I think we should open it up for questions from people. See how much time we have left here. I do not see any questions. I see hi bitches. Can't wait. All right, let's see. So Dollywood, will it be at the new spa hotel or are there recommendations for cabins nearby? Okay, great. So this is a great question. So we are at the Dreammore again. The new hotel will be open, but we are sticking with the Dreammore on this trip. I talked to them about it. There's not really a big difference between the 2 of them in terms of sort of the demographic that they're going for one hotel versus the other hotel. And then they are building another hotel too that is going to be opening soon. But we're going to be at the Dreammore. It is a beautiful hotel. I love it. There is also a cabin option. I stayed in one of Dollywood's cabins the last time we went, and I thought it was a great option. I actually stayed there with Jonathan Valdez. But, you know, we were in a 2-bedroom cabin, and so we had plenty of our own space. So I think if there are, you know, couples that would like to share a cabin together, that is definitely an option. And certainly the further out that you book on that, you have a lot more options and availability. So there are cabins available through Dollywood, which I can help you book. And then there are other local cabins that are available too. The one thing to keep in mind with the cabins is, you know, you will be driving back and forth from Dollywood and from our group events at the Dreammore. But if you have a car, you want to carpool, that's great. That's easy as well. Okay. The Dollywood dates, I don't know. They're on the web somewhere. Should I look it up? Somebody will see. I think it's September 23rd, September 21st. It's that weekend, the same weekend that we normally do it in 2024. But I, of course, did not write it down, so I have no idea. All right. So there you go. All right. No more questions? Nobody has anything else they want to ask or add? I guess not. All right. Well, if another question comes in the last few seconds, let me know. But I will say that thank you so much for those of you who have joined us on our trips in the past. I think the cruises are a lot of fun. I think that you will enjoy yourself if you have not been before. The group experience is kind of the best part about it. All right. It does look like there is one more question. Any rags, any bones, any bottles today? Okay. Thank you for that, Rick. That is helpful, but okay. Thank you. And final payment for Better Off Med is the other question. So final payments for Better Off Med, it is June of this year, 2023. I will really start in earnest contacting people on June 1st, but many people have already started to contact me to make their final payments. You can make it at any time. and people who've been making monthly payments, they're about to wrap up too. So June 1st is when final payments will really kick off, but obviously people can make their final payments before that at any time. The question here is about the Hot Mex balconies. Hot Mex is a bit cheaper than the Bermuda sailing. The pricing is on the Hot Mex page on dnrtravel.com, but I believe that the balcony cabins there are 2,400 and change, and I think that the club balcony cabins that we have are about 2,700 and change, maybe 2,800. So around that price. The sweet spot for me on a Norwegian cruise for a balcony cabin is about $200 per person in a cabin. So the Hot Mex is right there at about $400 a day for two people in a balcony cabin. And that's what I like it to be. Bermuda is like, $225 per person, double occupancy in a balcony. So pretty close to that in terms of pricing. And keep in mind with Norwegian, it's the drink package, the dining package, shore excursion, and Wi-Fi that is included in Ocean View cabins and above. Norwegian has become a little cheaper on what's included in their package. They have started to exclude a lot of higher end brands on the alcohol package. The dining package, they have been shrinking it down. Now for inside cabins, for a lot of the cabins, it's only one premium dining. For the balcony and club balcony, I think it's two premium dining on a 7-day sailing. So it's not as generous a package as it has been in the past, but it still gets you a pretty inclusive fare when we sail with Norwegian. And I'm sure, people are asking now that we are sailing with Celebrity and Virgin as well. I still expect that Norwegian will continue to be our home cruise line. Virgin is a little bit more expensive and a little bit more of a specialty experience. And Norwegian really has a broader range of offerings. So we will probably continue to do 3 cruises a year, which means at least 2 of them will probably be Norwegian, with the 3rd cruise being Virgin or some other cruise line experience. With Celebrity, we're going to go with them this summer and see how people like it, see what the feedback is. If people enjoy the Celebrity experience, we will probably do it again. But as of right now, we do not have any future Celebrity cruise plans. So right now, our expectation is we are staying at home with Norwegian going forward. They have been very responsive, and it has been a better experience. All right, we are running short on time here. There is a comment about the Celebrity app. I do have to say that the Celebrity app is in a lot of ways better than the Norwegian app. Same deal with the Virgin app. A lot more features and functionality in the app. So if you are sailing in Alaska, definitely download the Celebrity app and use that a bit. Although I find the specialty dining thing very confusing anyway on Celebrity. So there you go. All right, I think that is it. But if you have any other questions or things, you can always email me directly, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. But thank you again for coming to our cruise Zoom. It's so great to see so many familiar people from our past cruises, and I hope that many of you will join us on a cruise again in the future. That's it. All right. Thanks. This is our 10th year of doing cruises. So far, it's gone okay. Here's to another 10 years or more. Let's see who outlives who. The Derek and Romaine show or the cruises. It's going to be the cruises. All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming. And I will see you at our cruise Zoom next month. All right.